What? What the heck does that mean? Hey guys, it's Handcrafted by Jason Cooper. Got another quick project for you today. But before we get on to that, I just encourage you to stop by my website at woodwork.cooperjason.com, and you can find out more about some of the projects I've done in the past there and find the other videos, as well as subscribe here on YouTube so you can see whatever new stuff comes out. So I'm sitting in my 2004 Avalon and had this funny warning light come on. Wasn't sure what it was, and turns out it's a brake light. And not just the normal brake lights on the side. This is the high mount brake light, or the third brake light, the one that's in the window, one that's right back there. Can't really see it, but it's there. I'm like, oh boy, this is new. I've never dealt with one of these before. So let me show you how you change out this bulb. It's pretty straightforward and pretty easy. One quick point of clarification. If that same light comes on your dashboard, it could be any one of your brake lights. Potentially some of the other tail lights too. I don't know exactly if it would come on for all of them, but definitely for your brake lights. So obviously you just have someone sit in the car, press the brake, go back and check it out. Now when this first popped up, it was intermittent. It would go on and off. And so I checked it and everything was working fine. The light went off, then it came back on later. So the bulb was, the filament in the bulb was broken, but it was still like, with the vibration of the road, would still make contact sometimes and come on, and then it would vibrate again and it would disconnect and wouldn't have flow through there. So that can happen. So if you have an intermittent problem, it can be kind of hard to nail it down which light bulb it is. So you might have to just kind of pull them out, look at them, and kind of look real closely at that filament in there and see which one it is. But let's go do this, get this taken care of. The first thing we got to do is get in the trunk. All right, I've got the trunk popped here. You can see down in here. There's the high mount tail brake light. And if you go right below this on either side, there's two other tabs that are same color as this plastic. You just got to reach underneath there and pop them loose. I can just you can get down there and look. You kind of feel for them. Where'd they go? Now it's here somewhere. Let me show you from below. All right. Oh, there we go. You see that right? There's one right there. Just kind of press it up, and there should be one right there on the other side. Press it over and up. Pop it loose. There it goes. And there, that one came loose. And so can't tell right now, but that is loose. So we're going to go in the back seat, get that pulled out. All right, so now we're in the back seat inside. And you can see that this actually popped up just a little bit. This back side is loose. So it's got a couple of tabs that point forward to go down in, and the back side locks in. So we got to lift it up and pull it out. And then there's a wire underneath that's connected to the bulb with a little, standard connector on there. You can kind of see that right up in there. It's gonna be hard to get a good camera angle on this. Let me see if I can adjust that. So I got to get under there, disconnect this, and pull this out of there. There we go. That's a little better. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Hey, yeah, you just pinch that little tab there and it popped right out. And then you can take this whole thing out. See that? There we go. And we've exposed our bulb. Now let me pop this out. It just twists and pulls out. And there's your bulb, right? And let me put this down and get the new bulbs out and pop a new one in there, and we'll get this thing fixed. All right, so I actually got out of the car just to get myself a little more room. And notice this whole assembly here, right here, this whole part pops out. It's just locked in with a tab there, a couple tabs here. Careful with those, they're as easy to break. I actually broke that one a little bit. But you kind of squeeze this in, release them. If you wanted to replace the whole housing with like an LED, you can do that. But for now, we're just going to focus on this bulb. Now, the bulb itself, let's see if I can get this in the shot here. You just have to look on the bulb to see what the number is. So this is a 921. There's some other numbers on there. It's a brake light. It's a little hard to, I found that the third, the third brake light, the high mount brake light, is a little hard to find on some of the part sites, just because, not because they don't have it, but because if you look for third tail light, you might get some weird results. But this 12 volt, 18 watt. There's some other numbers on there. W16W. This was actually a Stanley, but then it's a 921. So you find the replacement bulb, and you go from there. Now, I've always been told on like some of these bulbs, not supposed to handle the glass part, because if oils from your fingers can damage, especially the new bulb. Obviously, it's not a big deal. This one's burnt out. But I always use like a tissue or clean cloth or something to handle it when I put the new one in. But this one just pulls out. Yep, and you can see it does not have like a screw-in base or anything. It's just that little bit there. So we're going to set that aside, set that down. Let's get our new bulb here. In this case, it's Slovenian 921, 12 volt, 17.9 watts. So that's what we saw on the other bulb. I was coming a 2-pack too because they're brake lights, but I'll just have a spare for the future. So pop this out. Now, like I said, with the new bulb, I'm going to be a little more careful. I don't know if it's just an old wives' tale about that, touching the bulb, but I'm just going to grab it with the tissue, so I'm not actually touching the bulb. And get it here back in the shot. There you can see it. Same kind of base, same kind of bulb. Actually, let's show that here. Same base, same kind of bulb. Should be good to go. And it just slides right down in. You can see the contacts in there. Slide it right down in there, pops in, and we're good to go. Now this pops right back in there to the one side here. I'm doing that right? Yep, I am. And then it twists back into place. And it should be pointing, it's actually towards the back of it. If you can see that, this is the part that goes on the back window. So it points towards that, so that the wire comes up from the from this side of it and in, and then we're good to go. So let's go get this back in the car. Okay, we're back here in the car. Obviously that has to go towards the back because that's where the light is. And I gotta get that connected. Let's see if I can do this with one hand and get it in the camera shot. Oh, for Pete's sake. Yeah, let's don't have a lot of flexibility on that, so I have to just do it by feel while I'm holding the camera. Or let's see if I can set this down somewhere. Okay, I've got that propped up. Let's see if I can do this. Where is that? There it is. I've got the clip on the wrong side. That needs to go down so it fits in that hole. Pop it in. All right. Now this has got these two tabs on either side. They go down in a little opening here, and then those back clips right here go down through and hold this side of it. So we just gotta line it up and look for those slots that those front clips go into. It's a little hard to see, but it will go in, and there we go. The front is in. One pop. Oh, they both pop, I think. Yep, and that is it. So, not a very difficult fix, although it took me a while to figure out how to get at that stupid bulb, but that's it. Well, that's it for today's video. Again, a quick video. Getting at this light is not as hard as I thought it would be going in, although I could not find a lot of good information about it online. But you poke around a little bit, you figure out the solution. I'm going to share that with you. Hopefully it's useful. I'll link some of the information in the description below. Be sure to like and subscribe, and check out my website at woodwork.kerperjason.com, and I'll see you in the future. Thanks.